Hi, this is Jeff Davis with the Davis Group coming to you with another edition of Real Estate Today. Today, I want to talk to you about this concept of what does it mean when you hear the term buy and hold as it comes to real estate investing. And another way to look at this term or this terminology here is the word landlord. People that focus on buying and holding real estate basically purchase real estate that they're going to hold in their own portfolio for a period of time. That period of time can vary. Some people hold properties for many years. Sometimes they only hold them a couple of years or even a couple of months. But typically, when you get into the buy and hold strategy of real estate, you're looking at it more from the long term than the short term. So the scenario is something like this. Here you are, you're thinking of investing in a piece of property. Let's say you find this two duplex. It generates, income each month after expenses, and you say, you know what, I want to buy that property and I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to add it to my growing list of properties, my portfolio. So you go through the transaction and now the property is yours. In that time, or from that time moving forward, you just decide on how it's going to be managed. You can self-manage it yourself, or you can assign it to a management company. Now, sometimes with smaller properties, it's easier to manage them yourself because whenever you bring in a management company, you're going to have to give them a portion of the rent as well. And there's not usually a lot of money in a duplex. But if you happen to own property in another state or that is too far for you to get to, then you may definitely employ the services of a management company. Or if you have more than one property and you include this new duplex as a part of your portfolio of properties that the management company is managing for you. Now, what are the advantages to this way of investing in real estate? Well, number one, it's cash flow. If you're purchasing correctly, you're going to be buying properties that have a positive cash flow, meaning that the monies that come in are more than the monies that have to go out. I believe that in this current time in which we live, purchasing properties that generate negative cash flow or where you have to go into your pocket every month to pay for them doesn't make good economic sense. Now, different strokes for different folks, but I believe that if you're going to invest in property, cash is king. And so you want to generate income through your real estate investments. I've heard people say, well, the reason I don't like those type of investments is because I have to pay taxes on it. So, I mean, yeah, you may have to pay taxes on it, but sometimes that's a good thing. Let's face it, would you rather have no income so you pay no taxes, or would you rather have income where you have to pay taxes? And with real estate, there are usually, as a landlord or in the whole buy and hold category, there are so many deductions that can be available to you. You get things like depreciation. You get to subtract the expenses for operating, the mortgage payments, the taxes, the insurance, repairs. By the time you factor in all of the expenses, a lot of times you zero out any income that you might have generated anyway. So, from a tax perspective, you're able to acquire property and yet not necessarily increase the amount of money that you owe each year on taxes. So this strategy is good for people that are thinking about retirement, thinking about creating a stream of passive income, thinking about building wealth through holding on to properties and letting them appreciate, getting properties that the tenants are paying the bills, paying your mortgage each month. So every month your mortgage is decreasing and yet someone else is paying it. Lots and lots of advantages. And of course, there are some disadvantages. You got to deal with the fact that people are in your property who may tear it up. People are in your property who may not do the right things. And people may be in your property doing illegal things. So there's always the risk of having, some type of problem with the investment. But all investments carry a certain amount of risk. And that's just the risk that's inherent with owning property. So again, this is Jeff Davis with the Davis Group. You've been watching Real Estate Today. Our website is www.thedavisgroup.info. And if you have any questions or things that you want to reach out to us about, if there's anything we can do for you, we can help you, we'll make it a point to do so. Until next time, keep looking for your next property.